I'm buying into these altcoins today because something massive is on the cards that's happening today and tomorrow, and it's absolutely essential that you don't miss out on what is going on, guys, because this could be the last chance that you've got to really load up on some top quality crypto projects. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to show you something that's going to absolutely blow your mind, a free tool that you can use to invest in tons of amazing projects. So hit that like button and let's get into today's video. So guys, if you saw this important video yesterday about Bitcoin and the wider crypto market and the macroeconomics, you'll understand that I'm still very bullish on Bitcoin and crypto. Bitcoin right now, we know, leads the market in crypto. And right now we can see it's doing this. And we will identify this red falling wedge pattern, which I told you yesterday had a 66% chance of reaching this level up here at $32,500, which from current levels is a whopping 25%, which is pretty damn big given the size of Bitcoin. But what that means for the other cryptocurrencies is going to be massive as well. Now, I've shown you this before, phase one being Bitcoin, also Ethereum, to be honest with you, and then into the large caps. I do think we've already seen a big bit of pumpage from Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we will continue to, and then we're going to get into the large caps sooner rather than later. But those large caps, which I'm going to be talking about, the ones I'm investing in during this video, will also see some potentially incredible gains once Bitcoin starts to go parabolic. And if you're like, well, Bitcoin hasn't had a bottom in yet, it's going to go down to 10K, you know, I could be wrong in saying this, but I almost guarantee that it's not going to, especially if you're feeling like that, it's even less likely to. Looking into the blockchain center, you can see this rainbow chart for Bitcoin, and you can see that literally we have just come out of this blue area at the bottom. Now the blue area, as you can see by zooming in, basically a fire sale between 13 and 17,500, buy between 17,400 and 24K. We are now literally just jumping above that into the accumulate zone, and you might have missed out on a bit of a chance to be buying in lower on Bitcoin, but that's fine because we're not focusing on Bitcoin right now. We're focusing on what comes next, and that is the large caps. So you're knowing that Bitcoin is going to potentially push 25% off the back of this news that's coming out later on today about US inflation, and then tomorrow US interest rates. We know that Bitcoin could well be due for a breakout in the next 8 or 9 hours. And I think if it happens, we're going to be heading up to 30K or plus 30K very, very quickly. And I could be wrong. That's not financial advice. Do your own research. If I'm wrong, then, you know, fine, whatever, shoot me. So what we're going to look at, and if you're like, well, what big coins have we got to look at right now? Now we know how I feel about XRP because I talked about XRP yesterday. XLM, though, we know is a phenomenal project. A large cap, not as large as XRP, though. And I think if they win that court case, it's going to be an explosive move towards the upside. They will take XLM with them. But the XLM doesn't have such huge risk as being involved in XRP, in my opinion. And because of the smaller market cap, has way more upside potential. So I love XRP, and I think XRP is going to do well. But its market cap's massive. XLM, phenomenal. And what we can see on the chart right now for XLM is also huge. Now, we had this low on the 30th of March. And we can see that since then, you know, we haven't really done a huge amount. But if you were in my inner circle, which is linked down below, guys, $9.99 per month, you would have been able to follow me buying XLM just a couple of days ago, telling people in that Discord that I just bought XLM. Since then, when I bought in this green buy zone down here, XLM is up 6%. You're like, oh, that's nothing. I'll show you what else I was buying in just a moment, and you'll see the percentage gains that we've had just from identifying these buy zones and working together to do some TA on them. So what we can see, zooming out a little bit further, XLM stacking up nicely in this buy zone. Look what happened last time we were in this area, guys. Last time we were in this area, XLM moved 45, 47%. I think that from this price down here that we bought, we can see a move of 45% again. Obviously, we are now a little bit higher than that. So, you know, you're only looking then at a 34% gain. Notice the difference from being able to buy in just a slightly bit lower to where we'll be up there. Right now, XLM looks like an absolute steal. Obviously, if Bitcoin has suddenly some terrible news or whatever, it's going to drop towards the downside. But the SEC is more than likely targeting away from that. And actually, you may have seen other news that's starting to come out that indicates maybe Gary Gensler and his SEC crew might be also starting to receive some pressure back. I do believe all this fear in the market right now is designed to scare you out of it. I do believe that we've seen the bottom, and I do believe that, you know, from now on, we will be pushing towards the upside, in my opinion only. So XLM, absolute steal. We know it's a steal, guys, because from these prices back to previous highs, which at some point is going to happen. You've got to ask yourself, is this going to happen? And at some point, XLM is going to be an 8.7x from this current price. It's going to be more than that. I'm pretty confident we can see XLM going to minimum 1.5, $1.6. We get to $1.6 from here, you're looking at an 18x. That's just an unbelievable gain. And to be honest, like in terms of like surefire bets, in my opinion, XLM is, pretty much on the cards for massive, massive growth this year into next year. And whether you're worried about whether we're going to be able to squeeze an extra 10% down or 20% down to get some extra value, the more you're waiting for it to go down to get the best value, the more the chance of you getting screwed is and missing out. We've already seen a good dip from this recent rally, guys. We've already seen XLM falling like 30%. It's a good discount. This was relatively expensive at the time, but look at it compared to where the rest of the chart is. It really doesn't matter, okay? You've got the opportunities right now to be buying into these monsters. Next monster, which I love, guys, HBAR, right? HBAR, again, lots of bad press about HBAR, but it's just hit like 10 billion transactions. It's absolutely booming. It's creating more and more partnerships. It's got the backing of some really big global players in all sorts of different industries. We know it's a phenomenal project, and we know that it's garnered a lot of support across various different communities. For me, HBAR right now, you can see again, if in doubt, zoom out. Everyone's looking at these charts thinking, oh, well, I don't have the chance. What happens if it gets cheaper? What happens if it goes lower? Well, if it goes lower and you've bought in, you know what the answer is. You go down for a couple of weeks, a couple of months maybe. At some point, though, we know that HBAR is going to be worth a lot more money than it is right now. If it goes lower, it might not. Who knows? So personally, I buy it because I don't want to miss out. I don't want to FOMO in if we suddenly get a pump because the market suddenly, one day just turns around and we wake up and it's up 40%. Okay, so we know again, HBAR back to all-time highs from current levels is here, 11x. And you're all like, oh, well, there's loads of unlocks and stuff happening in HBAR. Guys, that's fine. The actual level of unlock compared to the percentage growth you're going to see is just, minor. In these current conditions, you're going to see perhaps HBAR not doing much until Bitcoin starts to rally, but it can happen so quickly. One piece of news in the other direction, the XRP case gets settled or something, and suddenly the whole market's going to boom, okay? We know that HBAR is coming up here. I think HBAR is going to be a good bet to $1. There's a 15x. To $2, to $10, like lots of people are saying, ambitious. I don't think $10 is really on the cards right now. It's literally miles away. $1, I think, is a steady bet. Up to $2, then 39x. Realistically, who knows? But, we'll deal with that down the line. I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing when I'm selling. If you're in that inner circle group, don't miss out on that. And last but not least, guys, we have Algorand. And I know there's a lot of people who will be like, coming on this video just to say that Algorand's crap. I mean, I don't know how much time you've got in the day, but fair play. I wish I had the time in the day to go onto videos just to say things that I thought were wrong or whatever. All good. We will have our own goals. Algorand right now, guys, looks like it's about to die. And that's what I love, okay? Something that looks like this, when I know that there's a load of work going on behind the scenes in India, in France, in the rest of the world to kind of really get Algorand up and running, I just can't help but feel like it's a great opportunity. And because it's looking so down and in the dumps right now, I would struggle to believe that this is going to zero, guys. Algorand right now, look, I had a buy zone up here. We're now down to the next one. And you can see from current prices, look at where we were last time. Last time we were in this area, back on Friday the 13th of March, unlucky for some, was obviously unlucky for Algorand at the time. Look at it. Look at what happened from Friday the 13th of March until when? The 15th of August. That's what? 4 months. 4 months, it did a 6x. 4 months. And from there, you can see what happened afterwards. So that 6x from this point down here before turned into a whopping 14x. And then you can see that even after that, it did a 24x. We're literally in that same point in time right now with Algorand, one of the most popular, hyped up currencies around with loads of stuff going for it. I believe that Algorand could be pushing back towards all-time highs, and I think it's an absolute no-brainer, to be honest. that this is a good, in my opinion, purchase right now because it's so low down. And yes, again, there's probably things that you're like, oh, there's this wrong with it, this wrong with it, this wrong with it. Guys, these projects, right? There's lots wrong with lots of them, okay? They are just basically the narrative you're investing in, to be honest. And you're like, well, not with HBAR or not with Solana. No, okay, fine. Doesn't matter, okay? Get on the narrative. The narrative pumps coins from nothing to massive value. Think about Dogecoin originally. Think about Shiba Inu. Think about Pepe Coin. Show me the value in these projects before they launched. And all of them, with the exception of Pepe, the other two got into like the top 10 during a bull market. That's it, okay? Don't care that one project's better than another. Look at where they were before. Look at where they're going again. Do they have the hype community? Are they doing things that build a narrative that you like the sound of? Algorand does it for me. If it doesn't do it for you, move on to the next one. I'd love to know what other projects you're investing in right now. The reason I'm focusing on these bigger projects is 1, they're big, and 2, they're very undervalued right now. 3, I love the narrative they've got. I think also they've got great communities, so that's the 4th point. And I'm very excited about them. Now, there's obviously other projects, guys, and people are talking about them in my inner circle. Obviously, this video is only supposed to be about 10 minutes or so it's difficult to have more than 3 projects that I'm buying right now. But if you want to find out exactly what I'm buying right now, quantities of which are in this $1,000 challenge portfolio I'm doing, then get into the inner circle Discord. Guys, it's literally just $9.99 per month. That's like 2 cups of coffee. Every day you can also see what other people are buying and selling in this group. You can see all the technical analysis that people are doing on the different charts and things like that. You can see the ICO zone where we're launching the new investment projects to focus on the new launches like Tenet, which we spotted on the 30th of March, that went and did a 14x on launch. Guys, they're all gonna be happening in here and it's getting more exciting all the time. So make sure you get into that Discord, link down below in the description. I look forward to seeing you over there. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.